welcome back to another episode of Sofubi Sit Down. Today, we're going to take a look at the Bandai movie monster series Rose Biollante. This is a pretty big deal because they have never done a Rose Biollante form, and by they I mean Bandai. There are some Rose Biollante figures out there, although not a lot, not a very well represented kaiju. There are plenty of Biollante final forms, not a ton of Rose forms. So this is pretty cool, pretty neat. It's good to see Bandai kind of get out of their typical, comfort zone, so to speak, and do something a little different. So that's cool. Before we look at the figure, we got to look at the tag. Before we look at the tag, you got to like and subscribe. All right, do it. As for the tag, it is your typical Bandai style tag. It has the creature's name in Japanese, and in English it has the Godzilla 2023, what used to be a sticker that is now just part of the tag permanently. It has the inside of the tag with your normal, whatever this is, your legal mumble jumbo. I don't know what it says. I don't read Japanese. And then on the back, you have the typical back of your Bandai card. Although I do like the design on the back. I think it's kind of cool. It's got the little Biollante, vine stalk type of design there. Pretty neat. Like it. Like it. No complaints. Good tag. It's good tag work, Bandai. As for the figure herself, it is a small figure. That's the first thing that's going to stand out to you. It's pretty small, and for a small figure, it's pretty nicely detailed. Quite honestly, the entire again, I'm going to call it a stalk. I guess that's the proper term. I don't know. I'm not a plantologist. My wife is a plantologist. I am not. I should go ask her what this is called. However, what is it called? The stem, right? It's just the stem? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever this is, it's well detailed. It looks really good. It's got all the little veins and vines and things going on it. I like it. It looks good from the back. It looks good all the way around. But first and foremost, let's look at the rosebud head, which is really nicely sculpted. I really like the paint color. It's a deep rose color. Really nice. Really well sculpted. All the little folds inside detailed really well. The mouth very well detailed, very well sculpted. And for something so tiny, and it is very, very tiny, as you can see here with my spudger point. They actually went ahead and they detailed the teeth in there. And I think they may have even done a little bit of black dry brushing in there. So that's pretty cool. Around the head, you have these leaves surrounding it, which are also sculpted well. They have individual line work inside of them, so that's pretty nice. The larger leaves also sculpted well. You've got one that is laying flat on the back there, and then you've got the others that are sculpted out of the figure, which is cool. Does it move? It moves. Oh god, it does move. Cool. So it's the entire figure is this green color. So it's that, and then it's got another lighter green spray over it. This particular leaf has some extra vinage growing off. It also has the scales on the leaf, which is cool. Those come into play later on when she's in her final form and her entire body is scaled like that. But that's pretty neat. That's what the top ones look like. So looks pretty good. There's another leaf here that is completely devoid of paint, which, not the best. Not the best. That's a complaint right there. Could have put some paint on that leaf. My other paint complaint we're going to get to here in a moment as we work our way down. There is some paint detailing here and here. Just a slight touch of color. It's also here. So that's nice. It makes it stand out. It gives it a little bit of depth. This orange, center, her gut, whatever this is, could desperately use some dry brushing on there. It is just done in that orange, and it looks like, it's traffic cone orange, and there's no detailing, there's no shading. I mean, there's sculpted detail, but there's just no paint detail on it at all. This is the weakest part of the figure, and it's unfortunate because it's the middle of the figure. And looking at it on camera, it looks okay. Looking at it, in real life with the natural light hitting it, it really just kind of stands out as this really like garish orange that could desperately use some blacks or grays or something in there. So that's probably my biggest complaint with the paint on this figure. You've also got two vines. This one moves like so. Not a lot, but it does. Vines are sculpted well. The little teeths are all individually sculpted and they're well painted. There's no paint outside the lines. Gotta like that. And then this vine additionally moves up and down like so. This one is sculpted facing the other way, so like this one's coming at you flat, this one's coming at you from the side, which is also a choice because I don't think you ever really see them like that in the movie. I mean, that's really being nitpicky though, right? It's fine. It's fine. From the back, looks good. We already kind of discussed the details on the back, so that's cool. It's interesting, this is made out of two pieces. You can see there's a seam here, and the back piece is really small. It's just this little piece here, but it is a separately sculpted piece that's glued together. But all in all, pretty good. I like her. I like her. I think I should start writing these prices down for these reviews. I want to say she was under $25, which seems about right for her. For the size that she is. I feel like it's a much better bang for your buck than the Godzilla Maquette that we looked at, which is similar in size to her. In fact, we'll compare those two here in a minute when we do comparisons. In fact, let's just do comparisons right now. So let's compare her to a few other things. And first, we'll do this Maquette that we talked about. And there you go. So one of those is a $70 figure, and one of those is a $25 figure. So yeah, go figure. See what I did there? I mean, look, I get it. This was an exclusive, and it's a limited thing, and blah blah blah. Whatever. Still not worth $70. Also, we can compare with the Bandai. I know it's the wrong Godzilla. It's the 91, but it's the Heisei Godzilla from this line. This is a movie monster series Godzilla. This is a movie monster series Biollante. They are not correctly scaled. She should be maybe like here on him. So they do not scale properly. Is it a big deal? Am I gonna go throw it in the trash? No, but they don't scale properly. Let's just be honest. It's unfortunate. She could definitely be a little bit bigger. Like I said, maybe like here. So yeah, there's that. We also have the Marmit glow-in-the-dark Monster Heaven Biollante rose form. Got this at G-Fest. Oh, wow, you can't see her at all, can you? Let's get there. There we go. There is the Marmit Monster Heaven. So that's how they scale. And look at this. Oh yeah, look at that. Sweet. We've also got the Super 7 Rose Biollante. My very first review on this figure. So there you go. You can see how they scale. Actually looks pretty cool. Be a cool shelf of just Rose Biollante figures if I displayed my characters that way, but it's not how I do it. But that's how they go together. We got the Mondo Rodan that we looked at last episode. Right there. Right there. There you go. That's how they scale. And last but not least, we've got an ice cold can of hams. And man, she is barely bigger than a hams. So, like I said, tiny, tiny figure. Doesn't change the fact that Hams is America's classic premium beer, born in the land of sky blue waters. Hams. Here we go. And there you go. So for a 6-inch figure, if we're being generous, 6 inches is maybe, I'm going to say she's 5.5 at her tallest point. So it's pretty small. Pretty small little figure. Don't hate it though. Final thoughts. Oh, as for my final thoughts on this, she's good. I like her. I do like her. You know, she's small, but again, the price was right. The price is small for a small figure, and that is how it should be. Would I pay $50 for this figure? No, I would not. But you know what? 25 to 30 bucks for a figure that Bandai has never done before and probably will never do again, then yeah, it's definitely worth it. It does have some really excellent sculpted details in it. It does have some pretty decent paint in it. It's also got this really ugly sack of death in her middle there that I'm not a big fan of, but whatever. But all in all, man, it's good. I dig her. Pick her up if you can find her at retail or a little above retail. Definitely worth picking her up and throwing her on your shelf. And that is that. So thank you for tuning in to another episode. We will see you again soon for another Sofubi sit down. Please like, please subscribe. Until then, take care. See you soon. Bye, 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 bye.